52 कह रहा हूँ, 52 लास्ट ईयर लास्ट तक गया था। जनरल कैटेगरी की वही बात कर रहा हूँ, कैटेगरी वाइज तो और कम होते जाएगा। कट ऑफ वाली वीडियो आ ही रही है, उसमें देख लेना, मैंने बताया, मतलब उसमें बता रखा है हमने कि क्या कैटेगरी का क्या एक्सपेक्टेड मैक्सिमम स्कोर हम एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं क्या आ सकता है। SC ST और OBC में भी और कम होगा जनरल से, 10% कम तो मान के ही चलो कम से कम। तो कितना कम अटेम्प्ट करना है, तो इसीलिए सारा तो सही ही नहीं करना है तुमको। तो लास्ट वीक में ये जरूर डर रहेगा कि ये छूटा रह गया, ये छूटा रह गया भैया, तो वो करने की भी नहीं जरूरत है ना, सारा तो तुमको करना ही नहीं है। तुमको बस उतना करना है कि तुम यही जो सेफ स्कोर मान के चलो 60 to 65, इतना जनरल वाले स्कोर कर लो, OBC वाले 50 to 55, SC वाले अपनी भी कैटेगरी हिसाब से ही सोचो। तुम्हारी कैटेगरी तुमको ये बेनिफिट है, SC है, तुम जनरल की तरह रो मत कि तुमको भी 60 to 65 नहीं आ रहे हैं तो तुम्हारी जिंदगी खत्म है। तुम्हारे लिए वो स्कोर है 40 to 45, जो उनके लिए 60 to 65 है। ST हो और कम है, तो उसी हिसाब से तुम अपनी कैटेगरी के हिसाब से टारगेट करो। और एक हफ्ते बचे हैं, अब तो क्लियरली कितना 5 दिन बचे हैं, और 2 मॉक टेस्ट और एक PYQ बचा है और एक मॉक टेस्ट बचा है। तो हमने इतनी मेहनत की है, बस अभी शांति से अपने आप को तसल्ली में रखते हुए एक फाइनल फिनिश दे दो। मतलब मैच अच्छे से ऊपर नीचे बहुत टाइम बॉल अच्छे नहीं आए होंगे, लेकिन एक फाइनल फिनिश अच्छा कर देना है ना, एकदम धोनी वाले स्टाइल में। तो अपनी तैयारी को फाइनल फिनिश अच्छे से कर दो, फिर जिससे सैटरडे को 18 को बढ़िया से चौके छक्के मारना।
भैया मॉक जो अभी आप मॉक होंगे ना,
सुनो अभी अच्छे से शुरू करते हैं, ठीक है? अभी नॉर्मल डिस्कशन।
हाँ अभी शुरू कर, हो गया
नाउ इट्स ऑलमोस्ट
स्ट्रीमिंग हो गया।
हाँ स्ट्रीमिंग, वी आर लाइव नाउ एंड सॉरी फॉर सम टेक्निकल एरर्स टू द यूट्यूब व्यूअर्स। ठीक है, सो कैसे हो सब लोग? जस्ट
बढ़िया
say hi hello in the chat, and to people in the YouTube you can also say how are you all. So आज का ये सेशन ऑब्वियसली बहुत ही ज़रूरी होने वाला है, एंड इट्स रियली इम्पोर्टेंट बिकॉज लेस देन अ वीक इज रिमेनिंग फॉर नेक्स्ट एग्जाम, राइट? जस्ट 6 or 5 days are remaining, and this is a very important time. A lot of people get really stressed out, and as a result, even if you have prepared really enough in whole year you have worked so hard, maybe for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, right? And there are so many expectations of your parents, your teachers, your friends and all, but because of that we come into very stressful mode and we just ruin our own exam. It happened with me. How do I know this? Because it happened with me personally. I had prepared so well, I used to come in top in the mock test of when I was preparing, and then in the actual exam I just ruined everything because I became really panicked in the exam, right? So in this interaction session we're not just going to discuss this part about this stress, how to manage yourself, how to handle yourself, how you can at least come out of that fearful zone which you might be in right now. It's very scary, okay? I can totally relate, we all can relate. It's really scary as the exam approaches, as it becomes closer and closer, it seems like koi bhoot aa raha hai, theek hai? As if some demon or some ghost is coming towards you, and so it's really difficult in the place where you are right now. And apart from that, obviously you have to score well, and you have to come up with strategies, you have to think in a new way, because the questions which are going to come will be totally different from the mock test and the things you have practiced in the classes, right? But ultimately remember one thing, the great part is that your brain is there with you, right? So whole 1 year what you were doing was training your brain, training yourself with different kind of questions, different kind of mock tests, thinking in a new way, reading different concepts. So remember to use your brain, that's it, as simple as that. When paper is tough, it will be tough for everyone. If it is easy, it's going to be easy for everyone, right? What matters is here. Now if uh, so with that note, everyone, you can say how are you all in the chat here as well as in the YouTube. And we are going to start off this session with from Akhil and introduction to other mentors here. And every mentor is going to share their points, how you should handle that particular subject. For example, for biology, chemistry, biology, Akhil is going to say a lot of things. Then for chemistry, I will say other chemistry mentors are going to add with that. Mathematics, physics, we have mentors for all of this, and all of these people are going to tell you how to do their subject properly. And after that, anything extra which they have already experienced, any kind of question, then we'll really go to the questions. Okay, we're not going to give so much of we are not going to consume so much of time telling what exactly everything we have. We'll try to cover everything in very short, and then we'll come to the questions. You all can write your question in the chat box even during the conversation, and we'll try to answer them. And apart from that, later we'll open it so that you can unmute and just ask yourself. Now, so let's start the session. I will first invite Akhil. Akhil already discussed some points with you, but he's going to ask you certain things and he's going to briefly introduce everything to you all. So, Akhil, over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Vivek. Hi, everyone. So, yeah, as I was discussing before this YouTube live start, so the thing was that we have done a lot of things. You will have been following us. Many of you will be following us for a year. Some would have recently joined, but at least you guys are aware about Nest, and you have advantage from rest of people. Like thousands of people would have filled this form, but not everyone is as serious, and not everyone knows about us also. So they are not in contact with us, and they are not are used to and have access to the materials for Nest and IIT preparation the way we are giving it to you. So you would have attempted a lot of mock if you are a 1 year Spartan course student from the start. So the whole journey of preparation, daily 4 hour, 5 hours, sometimes 6 hours, 7 hours of classes that we used to have in Spartan, and then we started the crash courses, and this time we made it more rigorous, and like we can understand we have put so much of stress to you. So giving 4 mocks in a week, and having daily classes of 4 hours, sometimes go 5 hours. So a lot of hard work and everything you have put in for the day that is going to come on the coming Saturday, 18th of June. So the thing is not to panic about that day. It is to take out whatever hard work, whatever efforts you have put in, by keeping your mind calm and by using full of your brain. That Vivek have taught already, discussed already. You have to be open. None of your parents' expectation, what you desire, nothing in the world would matter. What it would matter is that, and how much you have hard work you have put in, everything. Like this will be inside. The truth will be on 18th. You will be sitting either on 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. or 2:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. shift. So in these 30 hours and 30 minutes, how much active, how much focused you are in, and how much you can extract of your knowledge from the paper. Like every question will be a challenge for you. How many challenges, how many balls that the examiner have thrown to you, how many sixes, fours you can hit from that paper will be your score, and will decide what rank, what college you will be getting in. So nothing will matter. Like the everything that is going on your back end, like the stress, everything, nothing will matter. Only what will matter is that how much focused and dedicated with full concentration you can give that next exam. So our strategy should be now like that. So if you have done lot of things, and we have discussed like the cutoff thing, uh, the general category cutoff, it will go about 60 to 65 marks. OBC, we are taking the upper limit. Last year, from our course, Sumesh Joshi got, he was the last candidate to admitted to NISER. with a rank of 510, he was having 52 marks. So the session 1 and session 2 also have a difference in the marks, but in the percentile they make it equal for everyone. This was the case for the last number, that marks that a student got into the general. And so similarly, OBC and SC, ST, whichever category you will fall, that will be your cutoff. So don't worry about that thing, that in that 70, 75 marks and you need to score. You need to score 60 to 65 will be very safe. And even if you will score 50 to 55, you will have very pretty good chances to get into IISER NISER. And calculate, it is for a general category, how much it is. Out of 150, you have to score less than 40%. So why you are stressing that you have not done this topic, this topic? They are not expecting you to even score like in the normal, like you are preparing for NEET, you have to score more than 80% of the marks. So why you are comparing that situation to the next? Here the difficulty level is very high. That is the reason many people do not give this exam. The difficulty level is very high, but the thing is to note that the cutoffs also goes very low. The same that whatever Vivek discussed, if it is difficult for you, it is more difficult for the person who is not used to solving these PYQs, these mock tests, have not done anything for NEST. So for him it is more difficult. So don't stress out. You have 1 week. You have to score not 100%. You have to do only less than 40%. You have to not attempt only 50%. You have to score only 40, less than 40%, even if you are a general category student, to get into NISER. So see how much easy it is. Don't go with that there are 200 seats, blah blah blah. Nothing will matter. You have to only you need only 1 seat, and that you are going to get scoring less than 40% of marks. So chill down, relax, and just focus on for people who have not anything. I will suggest you at least do 2019 to 2021 PYQs. We have given it in our app for all the people who are in the courses. We have also given it with the detailed solution as a CBT mode exam. So do it very well. I have also given you the PDFs of that in the app. You that will help you in the analysis. So just chill down, guys, and the final moment have come to hit sixes and fours. So let us celebrate it and enjoy the moment, enjoy that paper, enjoy whatever you have done till now. And don't do tukka and all, whatever is going on this chat. Yeah. Now I will like to hand over to Vivek, who is next. Monolina, are you there?
हाँ भैया. Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, you can start. Yeah.
Okay, so in chemistry, I have.
So I just would like to add one or two things here. That first of all, it's not that the whole paper is going to tough. Yeah, I'll give it to Mundalin after this. Yeah. So I just can you hear me? I'll just.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello.
Yes, we can.
Continue. Mundalina, you can continue.
Yeah, so throughout the year, when we have taken classes, we have already given them important chapters, important concepts, assignments. So my suggestion will be, if some advanced topics which we have discussed in the classes, you are not getting it, let it be. And as Akhil Bhaiya said, and Vivek Bhaiya also said, that the whole paper won't be tough. Some questions will be basic and conceptual. Actually, most of the questions will be very basic but conceptual. and that only be solved if you have understood the concepts. So, and I think if you have good understanding on the concepts, that be enough to grab a seat in NISER as well as in IISER. So that is my suggestion. And in the end of the interaction session, I guess I will like to know if some topics or if the students are facing any problems or anything. But for now, my suggestion will be that. Thank you.
Yeah, Adityarup, you are there? You want to add something? Adityarup?
We can't hear Adityarup. Akhil, can you hear him?
No.
Adityarup, you're not audible.
No, you are not. Yeah, so guys, till Adityarup connect. Yeah, so
Shakti is
it is
there.
not like that. He's there. He is
Shakti,
not audible.
do you want to add
Yeah,
things?
yeah. Thanks, Akhil. As other mentors mentioned about the general procedure for exam, I would like to add something about maths here. So, as I analyzed the previous some 2 or 3 previous year papers, I found that first of all, not every question is hard. Like there will from the 15 or 17 questions, there will be about 6 to 7 questions which everybody should be able to do. Like if you have spent enough time on doing mathematics and if you have revised enough theory, there will be 6 to 7 questions which you can easily do if you are not stressed out. Like if you are not thinking that maths is hard and so and so, you just take math as equivalent to as other subjects. Like just to use your knowledge whatever you have gathered till that exam, right? And don't think like what if I start doing this problem and after 5 minutes what if I don't get the right answer. Don't think that, just keep on doing that. Like if you are getting the steps after one step, then you keep on solving that and eventually you will get it. And one more thing, like if you think that this question is taking much time as compared to others, I think you should leave that, because it might be the thing that you are not applying the right approach to that problem, and so it will be, I think, a waste of time for you if you will keep on following that particular approach for that problem. Okay, so for some problems as Akhil Bhaiya mentioned, there will be problems which will be easy, and there will be problems which will be medium, there will be easy, there will be problems which will be very hard, and they will be hard for everyone. But there will be some students which will be solving them also, right? And this is not like that. If you have not performed well in the mocks, then chances are that you will not perform good in the paper. No, this is not true. Like from my personal opinion, like I have had the mocks for like some other examinations, and I was very bad in the mocks. Like I was very bad, literally. But in the exam hall, I just thought like the exam hall is my home. Like I did not think that it is very necessary to clear this examination or something like that. I just thought like I am doing this problem at my home, and it was I was not putting extra pressure on myself. I have to complete this problem, and if I don't complete, and so can happen. No, I just completed it. Like I just read the statement of question. I just proceed with my approach of that problem. So don't get stressed out during the exam and thinking like this problem might be hard or easy. Like Yeah, but before going for any particular problem, you just kind of take a analysis of that problem, like whether this can be hard or easy. That you should be able to do, like whether this can be hard or not. If it seems hard, just kind of ignore that for the moment, and when you have done other problems, you can come back to it. Or if you feel like it's easy,
Yeah.
give the shot. Yeah, that's all
Yeah.
from
So as Sakti discussed, you can find 6 to 7 questions easily from any of the subjects that are not of that hard difficulty level. They are like easy to medium and mostly easy type of questions. In all the subjects, you will find this. So if you will even it takes 7 questions, you find it the multiple option correct questions to be hard, na? So leave them. Out of 12, if you can even attempt 7 questions right, it will be 15 marks. 15 marks in one subject, and in combined total it will be 3 subjects, it will be 45 marks. So see, if you can correct only one MSQ multiple option correct questions, even your score will easily go to 60 marks. Or you can increase 1-2 questions more correct from this from the single option correct. You can easily achieve that score. 60 marks, 65 marks. I'm talking the worst case scenario of a general category student. So see how much it is not like it can be in our mock test, like you are not able to find 6 to 7 questions that much easy, but in the actual exam you will get 6 to 7 questions that of easy level. And many of you do that, like uh, in at a first glance it seems to you that the paper is a difficult, and then you will be start panicking and you will have the bias and you will be considering the easy question to be a difficult one. So this is not the case. You will find these 6, 7, 8 questions to be of easy level, and at a first go you should attempt these questions, and like and be at a happy state of mind. Yeah, I have done almost pakka hai 6 to 7, 8 questions are I am confident of. So after that, when you are done with this selection, yeah, then start your rank improving thing and give more and more time. This is I'm talking about the second round. So first round is that securing your selection. Yeah, so you will need to score 6 to 8 question, 9 question correct for securing your selection. Then you need to increase your rank, then give more time to any question, and yeah, just take out how much marks you can. But don't do like that. Stick to a single question and waste your half hours in it. Please don't do that, You have to find out these easy ones and first to complete them.
Now, I
Yeah,
want to
Vivek,
add
you want to
some
add
of the
something?
things, yeah, which I could not add previously. So, first thing is that you all have prepared now, right? And let's say the exam is just tomorrow. Just imagine the exam is just tomorrow. So, what should you be doing tonight? What should you be doing tonight when the exam is tomorrow? The most effective thing which almost every topper I have seen has done is relaxing. That's it, relaxing, not reading anything new, not doing anything, out, like not doing anything that will demotivate you. Okay, so in these last moments, it your mental stability or the balance matters a lot. Okay, and it is drastically going to affect you. So night before exams, I will ask other people like Aditrup and all to add what they used to do before the night before the exam. You can read some of the things if you really want to and you're not able to sleep. But the thing is, you need to be very chilled and relaxed. You should be like, you have done all the hard work required. Now it's the time to party, kind of that kind of mode, that kind of chillness you should have. Now, in the next day, on the next day, obviously you have planned your journey. Maybe your exam center is really far away. Maybe you have to go on train. Maybe you have to go on, auto rickshaw and all, whatever. So there again, there will be a different scenario. There will be a lot of people. There will be, again checking of your admit cards and registration and documents and all. So make sure you have read all the instruction in the admit card. I'm going to make a detailed video on the admit card as well and all the things required there, Anna. And that with that verification, obviously you will be in different situation altogether in the exam center. Then they will assign you a computer. It might happen that there is some technical error in the computer, right? It happens a lot of times that one of the person you will see in the exam hall that he is facing problem with the computer. Then what to do in that case? In that case, a lot of people will be really panicked. They will be really worried because that they are losing time. But remember that those computers are very secure and they are totally programmed. If there is some problem in the computer, it will just stop there. So until you start the exam, and if something happen in between, actually the computer timer will start from where it stopped only. Okay, so it's not that you're going to lose time. Sorry. So you're not going to lose time. And apart from that, don't get panicked. There will be people to help you there. Okay, don't get panicked. And one more thing, please don't fight with the exam invigilators and all. Okay, remember, these are the some general extra things which I want to tell you. Don't fight with exam invigilators and not always speak politely, even if they are doing anything wrong. Okay, even if you think why are they like, they are kind of disturbing you, maybe they are standing next to you and talking to each other, gossiping, you can say, sir, can you please like, I am getting a bit disturbed, like that, like very respectfully and politely. And don't say that, why are you talking here near me, I am not able to focus on the question. Don't mess with them. Okay. Now so that will be there. Now when you will be sitting for the exam, let's say here's the computer, I'm sitting for the exam. For you will be sitting there in advance 10 minutes or 15 minutes before the exam, right? Then a lot of thoughts will come to your mind, a lot of negative thoughts are going to come to your mind. घर का या उधर का ऑटो में क्या हुआ, while traveling what happened on the train, or various other things might come to your brain. What if you do not what if paper becomes really tough? What if the things you have prepared will not come? What if the chapters you actually studied will not come? So those things will happen. So please, what things which worked for me, find out something that will work for me, which generally works for everyone, is meditation or breathing. Okay, so I used to like just sit quietly there, close your eyes if you want to, and just breathe, just focus on your breath in and out. Okay. And that really will make you very relaxed. When the exam will start, suddenly your beat will go up, and suddenly you will start rushing a bit. So initial 1 or 2 minutes, keep them as a buffer. Okay, initial 1 or 2 minutes do not decide your 3 hours and 30 minutes remaining. Okay, so even if initially, let's say 10 minutes, even if 5-10 minutes here you just did first question and you were not able to do, a lot of times it happens, you're just doing a question, the first question you're doing becomes really tough, and first question you took about 5 to 10 minutes, and then suddenly you're like, god, like you just spent 10 minutes on one question, what is the amount of time remaining for other questions? So there, it again, the negative thinking will start coming and you will start panicking, and as a result you will go to next question, you will try to solve it really fast and all. So try, when that happens, okay, when that happens, again breathe, just breathe there. Yeah, after this I'm going to give it to Aditya. So
yeah, one more thing I want to add, like if possible, try to go alone to exam set, like without your parents, and because when they go, like they try to kind of say some words to you, like do like this and this and this, but if you will go alone, like
that
it might be
depend on the parents, because for me, let's say if there is some problem and if you need something, then only parents will help you, right? Aditya, you were saying something?
Yeah, and for girls also, yeah, their parents will be accompanying. Yeah, so the main thing is that do not put many things in your brain, like anything, whether your invigilator is not good, you are writing the paper and thinking about the invigilator, you are thinking about that guy you talked with while coming before while coming to the exam. So any irrelevant thing should not go into your mind. You should be chilled, relaxed, and yeah, whatever. When you get the paper, just start it.
Yeah. Vivek Bhaiya just said that that when you start giving the exam, sometimes you'll like spend a lot of time doing the first few questions. So regarding that, what I'll suggest is that don't start solving the moment you go through the paper. First, take your time and see what is there in the paper itself. Identify what questions are there, because see, you don't have to do every question. So the main point is to first identify which ones are going to do and which ones are you going to do when. First, identify the easiest one in the entire paper. See which section is the easiest. Do that. Do the easiest questions of that section. Then go to the other section. Do the easiest questions there. Slowly but surely, do all the easy questions. Then go to a bit harder question, and so on. Because if you don't, because all the questions have same weightage, right? Like, of course, if it's a multiple option content, it has more weightage, but still, even depending on the category of question, it either has 2.5 marks or it has 4 marks. It does not matter what the content of the question. It is either 2.5 and it is 2.5 for all 48 of those questions. Okay. And it is +4 for all 20 of those questions. So what you are going to have to do is first see which questions you are going to do. Identify the easy section and do those. See what you are comfortable with. And then once you have figured it out, you'll see that you have time remaining. You have more difficult questions. Then you can spend your time, relax a bit, and then you can spend your time slowly doing those difficult questions. But first, see what questions are there, what can help you easily score marks. Because if you go serially, there's absolutely no point, because you'll get stuck at a hard question. Because maybe all the questions after that were easy, that would have fetched you enough marks. It does not matter what questions you do as long as you get the marks that you require. So just do the questions that are easy for you. Don't try to solve in a serial order. Don't try to solve in any order. Just go through the entire paper. See what is easy. Then start solving what is easy for you. Yeah, that's all I have to say, really.
Okay. Okay, now a lot of people are asking, how to, start if you have not done a lot of things, what to do now. And so ultimately, I will again say, don't focus on the entire syllabus, focus on only the things which are important. And a few other things that I had written earlier is that obviously what works is that if there is a non-negative marks, right, like multiple select option question, some people are asking what is multiple select option. So in that, obviously a lot of you know that more than one option can be correct. Those are 4 marks. You will get 4 marks if all the options you have ticked are correct. So let's say the right answer was A, B, C. If you've done just A or B, you will get 0 marks. If you have done B and C, you will get 0 marks. Only if you have done A, B, C, D, then also you will get 0 marks. Only if you have done A, B, C and answer is A, B, C, then only you will get +4 marks. And that's a non-negative marking. So there is no negative marking in multiple select option question. So obviously when there is something which does not have any negative marks, at the end you must do at least whatever you feel. Okay. Now, so how should you attempt the paper, or what should be the strategy? I'm going to make a detailed video in this again, and note that everyone can have different strategy. Aditya had different strategy. He used to just start from the beginning and then continue doing the paper. For me, what actually worked is different. For me, what worked was, as Aditya said, initially I would never start attempting the question. I would actually look through, select the question, pick the questions which are easy, attempt them, and if it's taking really lot of time, I'll just leave the question and move to the next one. So I'll first go to the easiest section which I will feel. For me it was chemistry, and then physics, and then mathematics. I did not have bio. But now a lot of you, as we have said, don't leave biology. Biology is the easiest one there, and obviously each section is going to have easy questions, moderate questions, and hard questions. So our focus will, what I used to do in first round, I would just focus on the easy question. I'll try to start from chemistry. That was easiest for me. I'll just find out the easiest question in the chemistry if I could find. It might happen that in that paper the chemistry was hardest. Okay, it used to happen a lot of times. I used to start with chemistry, and maybe in that paper chemistry was the hardest, right? So if I would not get any question, I will be like, okay, I'll just one or two will be fine. Even if I did not do anything in chemistry, I'll just move to the next one. If I did not get anything easy in chemistry, I'll just go to physics, because chemistry will be again hard for everyone. It's not just for me. Then I'll go to physics. Then I'll see the easy questions. I'll cherry pick the easy questions. I'll do it, take the answer, whatever, move to the next one. Like this I will do round 1 for PCM. Okay. So there will be round 1, and then what you can do, since there is a 4th section, now you have to attempt, you have to get section wise cutoff marks for NISER in case you're targeting for NISER. So the weakest, let's say you're a PCB student, then your maths is weakest, right? And if you're a PCM student, then your bio is the weakest. So there what you can do is, the strategy what I have done for myself, or you can use in case you don't have any strategy, you still have about 5 days or 6 days to practice. Please practice day and night during the timing of next exam. Let's say you have got session 1, so 9 to 12:30 p.m, right? Just attempt in that period, 2:30 to 6 p.m, or if you have got session 2, just attempt the paper in that period so that you're used to it. Just develop a habit, and that is one of the reason which has been very effective for people in our course, because you have been practicing so many mock tests exactly at the timing of the mock test, that even Aditya and other people after the exam said, Bhaiya, it was just like we were giving mock test, and actually the paper was easier than mock test, right? Obviously you have practiced really hard questions. So so practice exactly at those timings, because whether you believe it or not, our brain, obviously we know that we have a biological clock here, right? We have a pineal gland here. So believe it or not, these habits matter a lot. In the exam, if you're feeling really uncomfortable, you will not be able to do a lot of things properly. But if you're very comfortable because you have developed this habit of sitting for 3 hours and 30 minutes in the exact timing, let's say shift 1 or shift 2, session 1 or session 2, it will be very smooth for you. It will be just like you're giving a mock test at your home. And now, since you have practiced so much, now the round 1, what I generally recommend you, 40 minutes for each of your strong 3 subjects. Okay, how much? 40 minutes. So 40 minutes into 3 subjects, that's 120 minutes, that's 2 hours, right? Now you have left 60 minutes and 30 minutes, 1 hour and 30 minutes. So I would attempt, I'll just try to give 40 minutes for first section. I will attempt the strongest one for me. Then next section 40 minutes, next section 40 minutes, 3 sections 40 40 40, 120 minutes, 2 hours. Remaining 30 minutes I'll again go back to the, let's say I'm a bio student, my maths is the weakest, right? I'll go try to give 30 minutes and find out the easiest questions of the maths. Again, I have told you the easiest chapters and type of questions which will come there, right? Set, relations, functions and all. So I'll try to find the questions of set. First of all, I'll try to go and find the questions of set or relations. I'll go and do those questions. That will be 1 or 2 questions. Apart from that, there will be general question. There will be 10th level question, because we know that in each section, since general section is removed, so each section is going to have 2 general easy level questions, right, below 11th level. So I'll find those 2 easy questions. I'll do that. So total 4 questions, 2.5 marks. How much is it? 10 marks, right? 4 questions, 2.5 marks, we got 10 marks, and 10 is the maximum possible cutoff marks for math section. So that 30 minutes I'll give. Now remaining, I have what? I have 1 hour left. So I'll try to distribute my time, because in round 1 I already have an idea that chemistry was hard, maths was bit easy, physics was bit easy. So I'll go and attempt the questions which I felt I have marked for review. Remaining 1 hour, I'll just go and do them. Now this is what worked for me. I gave 40 40 in round 1 and 20 minutes in round 2 for 3 subjects, and 30 minutes in between for my weakest section. Similarly, you can think what you want to do. Ultimately what I did was 1 hour for physics, 1 hour for chemistry, 1 hour for math, and remaining 30 minutes for weakest section. 40 plus 20. Ultimately I'm just giving 1 hour to my 3 strong subjects and just 30 minutes to my weakest subject. This is what the strategy worked for me. Still you have about 5 to 6 days remaining. Practice morning, night, whatever time, like exactly at the session timing, whatever session you have got, and exactly as if you are giving the exam. If your session is morning session, wake up early 6 a.m, just take your admit card, whatever, go sit in an alone room at 8 or 8:30 and just open your laptop or whatever. There are a lot of free mock tests in our app. Just open in desktop. If you don't have a desktop or laptop, go to cyber cafe. Just log in into our app, use in the cyber cafe, and just attempt the mock test in the desktop. And before my exams, I remember I had given almost 10 to 15 minimum. I had even, I think, given 20 to 25 mock test on computer only. I was fine with paying extra for, the computer sitting there, the charges, but I did not want to compromise with my preparation. I had habituated myself so much that actual exam did not feel like exam. So those are the things I wanted to add. Please try your own strategies. If you don't have any strategies, you can try these 2 round strategies and all. And at the end, in the round 2, definitely in round 1 I could not do a lot of multiple select questions, multiple option correct questions. So there what I would do, since I already have an idea that what question I can do, I'll go to round 2, and even if I did not know anything, I'll just take some of the options I felt were right in multiple select option questions, because there was no negative marking there, right? There was no negative marking there, so I would just select whatever options I felt were right. So I hope this will be helpful. Over to Akhil or anyone who wants to add anything.
Yeah, so you guys wanted to have your physics mentor. So Ripunja Bhaiya is traveling. Sivasis Bhaiya is there. Yeah, Sivasis, are you there?
Yes, hello. Yeah,
Okay.
so I think you have already been doing a lot of practice questions. You have been going through all the classes. Most of it will be clear to you now, like what chapters that you're comfortable with, what chapters you're not comfortable with. And you have 1 week, about a week. So that's enough time to like revise the things you don't feel comfortable. A good way to figure that out is like just sit through mock tests. Like you're giving mock tests, you know which questions you can't answer, and like mark those questions. And instead of going to the solution directly, I would suggest that go to that chapter and see why you couldn't do that question. Like try to learn your way with the help of those questions and solve them. Then like you will be more confident with yourself also. Like don't directly go into the solutions like that. Like try that and then go to solutions part. Like that will give you more confidence and also make you more familiar with the concepts. Like go through all the previous year papers, and as a result of this, you'll be confident in all the chapters that are coming in the exam. And yeah, that's basically my advice. I think Vivek talked a lot about in general tips, which are very helpful. Yeah, practice.
Yeah, guys. And for the PYQs, I will also, there is like 5 days remaining. So I will suggest you to do 2019, 2020 session 1, session 2, 2021 session 1, session 2. 5 days, sit down at your exam and attempt. If you are in the courses, attempt them in the CBT mode in your desktop, and yeah, with the same feel like that of your actual exam. And yeah, just analyze your mistakes and do revise some important chapters and in a relaxed manner. This last week you need not to put extra stress on yourself. You have to just do the PYQs or any mock test you were facing. You have marked some difficult one, what Sivasis told, some concepts and everything what you want to revise. Do that in the last moment and focus on the important chapters and the PYQs, especially the last PYQs. Yeah, because they will be the most recent update. And yeah, it can give you the mentality of the examiner, what trend they are continuing and what can you expect from the 2022 PYQ 2022 exam. Like the trend will be, I am again emphasizing, I personally believe the paper will be in between 2021 and 2022. So yeah, best of luck, guys. Yeah, and we will also have an interaction session just before your actual exam. Like after the 15th mock test, we will meet again, and yeah, we will do the all the best thing. And yeah, so even after the exam, we will also there for you. Just feel free to message or talk to us anytime,
Even after the exam.
anywhere. Yeah, even after the exams. Yeah, if any doubt is still remaining from your side, you can write down in the chat. We will take your doubts. Yeah, guys, and we will wrap the session at 9 because this time is very crucial for you. Yeah, we will
Yeah,
not waste extra time.
one thing, we actually, like as you said that, I would highly request everyone to like go through 2019, 2020, and 2021 previous year papers. Like try solving
Yeah,
them
yeah.
genuinely.
Yeah,
Level of
I have also emphasized it 2-3 times. Yeah. So see, the same will be for all the mentors. They are very important for you to solve. And if you are in the any of our courses, you have to have the access of those PYQs in the CBT mode. So do attempt it in the CBT mode and analyze them. I have also uploaded the PDFs of these PYQs. So analyze them through the PDF, and yeah, this will give you the exact feel what you can accept, like sorry, what you can expect from the 2022 paper.
भैया जस्ट वन क्वेश्चन, जो लॉन्ग क्वेश्चन होते हैं ना, तो उनको बाद में करें या मतलब जो कर तभी कहते जाएं?
अगर इजी लग रहा है, फर्स्ट राउंड में होने लायक है तो कर दो. अगर डिफिकल्ट लग रहा है, नहीं करने लायक लग रहा है, तो उसको बाद में करो.
ओके भैया, थैंक यू.
Someone is messaging, I am not getting my desired score in mock test. तो हम जो भी डिजायर करते हैं कुछ लाइफ में सब नहीं पाते हैं ना, और मॉक टेस्ट बहुत डिफिकल्ट चल रहे हैं. तो ऐसे डिजायर्ड स्कोर नेक्स्ट में लेके आना है, आईआईटी में लेके आना है. मॉक टेस्ट में लाने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. बस अपने अच्छे से करते रहो, मिस्टेक्स को रिपीट मत करो. लास्ट फिर भी रिपीट हो रहे होंगे, लेकिन उसका कुछ कर नहीं सकते. बस यही, जितना तुम सीरियसली उसको एड्रेस करोगे उतना रिपीट. तुम ये सोचो कि फिर से रिपीट हुआ तो कुछ तो मेरे अंदर कमी थी, उस सीरियसनेस से मैंने उसको नहीं लिया लास्ट टाइम, तभी ये दोबारा रिपीट हुआ. तो बस अपने मिस्टेक्स को बार बार रिपीट मत करो, अच्छा होगा. चलो, और कौन बोला था?
भैया फिजिक्स में मिनिमम कितने मार्क्स लेके आए हैं?
मिनिमम 8 to 10 मार्क्स. 8 to 10 मार्क्स किसी भी सब्जेक्ट में. 8 या ऑल द सब्जेक्ट. 10 मैक्सिमम है, नॉर्मली 8 जाता है, और उससे भी कम जा सकता है अगर पेपर का उस सेक्शन का डिफिकल्टी लेवल हाई है तो.
You know, one thing I want to add, that NEST is actually a lot different from other exams. So a lot of data is actually given in the questions. So a lot of basic things, if you know, you don't need to know really high level things. I'm telling you, a lot of basic things, you know, what NEST people do, what examiners do in NEST, they will present you the same thing in a lot of different ways. Like they will put a graph. I'll solve one of the questions in chemistry. I saw the graph, and when I looked at it for the NEST 2021 session 2 paper, it was regarding something like it had X-ray actually. I'll solve that question. I'll make detailed video on it, how to solve that multiple select option question. So there was X-ray in this, and X-ray is out of our syllabus, right? But there was a graph of X-ray, and in which that there is a peak of X-ray that at this particular, you know, a very complicated question ultimately. But if you could just properly understand this question, if you just read that question properly, you will understand there is nothing in that question, totally nothing. You all have read Rydberg's formula, right? You all know Balmer-Lyman series and all the atomic level transitions, right? Just between two energy gaps, you calculate the energy gap and you find out the wavelength between that, right? So that's it. That was all in the question, that in between the two levels you could calculate the wavelength and all. But all of those things they had given in form of a graph. So they would put a graph and they would show different peaks and show that at this particular wavelength you have got maximum peak, at this wavelength you have got second peak. So then you could like calculate that, okay, with how much should be the energy difference, or what should be the atomic number of the atom, right? If you just put the Rydberg's formula, if you have other values you can find out Z, or if you have given Z and everything, then you can find out the frequency or wavelength of the light. So very simple question, just complicated. It was made complicated intentionally. Similarly, a lot of questions in organic, there might be questions you might think they're out of syllabus, but those are actually the best questions. Trust me, those are the best questions because they're out of syllabus. A lot of people will not be able to do it. They will think ye kahan se aa gaya? But you just read the question properly, you will understand question bahut simple hai. Either it will be about stereochemistry, like big molecules coming together forming something. They will ask whether it will be R or S, whether it will whether this configuration or molecule, let's say methyl group, will be up or down. based on how they are approaching, if you have a feel of chemistry, then you can see that this group will be niche, ye wala group upar, stereochemistry I am giving example. So a lot of question in nest are actually like this. मतलब they are like mental aptitude test. Okay, it's like कि 2-3 puzzle दे देंगे and you know how to solve the puzzles, right? So you don't take extra practice or extra training just to solve mental ability questions in your 10th or NTSC exam. Let's say there are mental ability questions in NTSC, right? You don't take extra preparation to solve those questions. You're like, those are simple questions. If you use your brain properly, you can do that. A lot of questions are like that in next exam. Simple things just twisted in different way, and you will think, you will be confused. A lot of times the questions will, a lot of data will not be useful at all. So just think with that perspective, try to practice with that perspective. I'll show you that question in detail. I'll make a detailed video on it, how that question is so easy but they have made it look very big. Anyway, so I hope you will remember this. Okay, a lot of questions. First of all, there will be easy simple questions, there will be moderate question, there will be hard question. The question which look hard and moderate are actually also easy question. बस उनको सजा धजा के एकदम, a lot of they have dressed it really hard, so much so that they look really complicated. That's it. Remember this in next exam. It's very true in next exam, I'm telling you. Again, anyone wants to add anything?
Yeah, one more thing, revise the important formulas again, like especially the confusing ones. Like if there are more than one or more formula which looks like same in some other subject except mathematics. Like in mathematics, you don't need to revise the formula. You should be doing it at the moment. But for chemistry, like there is formula for finding the wavelength, like this Rydberg formula or something like that. There is something for when the wavelength is in, like, I don't remember exactly nanometer. This happened with me in KVPY exam. Like I misinterpreted those two formulas, right? So like try to exactly remember each formula before going to exam.
Yeah, related to that, if you can just like keep a bit of the derivation, the idea in your head, then it's best. Then you will not forget formulas easily. Because like formulas तो कहीं ना कहीं से आते हैं ना, तो अगर वो याद रखो, अगर वो इंट्यूशन याद रहे, तो formulas याद रखना difficult नहीं होना चाहिए. And like since many people are saying mocks में number कम आ रहे हैं, the mocks are a lot more difficult than actual NEST exam. This mega mock test paper in math, this was exceptionally difficult. If you got anything more than 20, then you are a genius. I'm telling you. I wouldn't get more than 20 in that paper. It's like insanely difficult and it's designed.
AIR 12 is saying that, okay? AIR 12 NEST 2021. Trust it.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure that like basically me and I sat down together to like design that, right? We both agreed that this was not solvable, even if you give 3 hours to just that paper. So like, don't worry about it so much. Actual exam will be quite different. It will be much easier. So don't worry so much. See, the mock tests are just for your benefit. It's like कुछ अच्छे questions तुमको इसीलिए दिए जा रहे हैं ताकि you can understand that okay, which concepts you are strong in, which you are weak in, and where you can improve. क्योंकि अभी तुम्हारे पास 5 दिन है, you can maybe improve a few more marks if you like if you identify कि हाँ मेरा ये point थोड़ा weak है, इसको थोड़ा ठीक कर लेते हैं, तो your final rank will improve a bit, right? And that's what we want. So yeah, mocks में अगर
इसीलिए
ठीक है,
हाँ कोई बात नहीं है, और इसीलिए बार बार कह रहे हैं लैक करे हो मॉक्स में, पीवाईक्यूज में ओवरऑल रिवीजन नहीं हुआ है, वो फाइनल टच हमको देना है. ये नेक्स्ट 5 डेज बस इसीलिए हैं. ओके गाइस, सो सेशन को एंड करें.
So yeah, it's already 9. Anything else you want to ask? Any other problems you're facing?
Hello, sir.
Hi, Shan.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
So, could I can ask questions about IIT now, or else you guys will arrange any other session at the near the examination?
It was for Nest only mostly, but maybe you
And
can
then
message.
could you can reply for my Telegram? I have messaged you.
So I'll see there for the.
Okay, thank you.
जस्ट वन थिंग भैया
हाँ बोलो।
भैया हम लोग आइजर का वो फॉर्म एडिट कर सकते हैं सर?
हर बार they will give a correction window every time.
भैया नहीं वो क्या कहते हैं मतलब प्रायोरिटी ऑर्डर बनना होता ना।
I don't think you can edit the priority order.
नहीं प्रेफरेंस वाला लास्ट ईयर करेक्शन विंडो में दिया था उन्होंने।
मैं सर दिया था
करेक्शन विंडो में दिया था।
प्रेफरेंस मतलब आइजर के प्रेफरेंस ना।
हाँ
भैया एक बात पूछनी थी, जो पेपर में एमएसक्यू सेक्शन होता है उसमें मैंने मेंटर्स से भी एडवाइस ली थी। उसमें मेंटर्स ने कहा है कि मतलब बस क्वेश्चन को ध्यान से पढ़ो तो एमएसक्यूज हो जाते हैं, बट मतलब मॉक्स में या फिर पीवाईक्यूज में मेरे एमएसक्यूज में बहुत ही लो मार्क्स आए थे, तो लास्ट वीक में समझ नहीं आया कि क्या करूं।
ऑब्वियसली डिफिकल्ट होता है ऐसा, वो कहने को तो मतलब समझोगे अच्छे से उसमें चीजें दी रहती हैं, लेकिन फिर भी सिंगल ऑप्शन करने से डिफिकल्ट होता है एमएसक्यू में स्कोर करना। नेक्स्ट इतना लो स्कोरिंग का मेन रीजन यही है, एमएसक्यू क्वेश्चंस ही डिफिकल्ट होते हैं। तो वो सबके लिए होते हैं, लेकिन अच्छे से कंसंट्रेट और सोचोगे वो वही दिया है सब कुछ। अगर तुम सोचोगे वो प्रैक्टिस से ही आएगा पीवाईक्यू से। जितना कर सकते हो अभी करो।
So first of all, MSQ में problem क्या है ना कि there is more than one option, right? So you never know कि which option you have missed, or maybe you have chosen an extra option, right? So it's always better कि you first do the single choice because of time. The only problem we have with is time. If you have a lot of time, you can even attempt all the MSQs and you can do really well. But better to first do single correct option question because there you can eliminate the option, right? But in MSQ, you don't know. You will have to see each of the option properly. And even when at the end you do, it will only come with practice. Like, and Aditya, you wanted to add anything?
आदित्य रूप मैथ वाला था, उसने बायो में एक्सट्रीमली वेल किया था एकदम। उसका एमएसक्यूज भी बहुत सही किए थे। तो वही जितनी मैथ वाले हैं, अच्छे से अगर सोच के बस दिमाग लगा के पेपर करोगे ना, तुमने अगर कोशिश में आकाश की क्लासेस अटेंड की हैं तो कुछ चीजें तुमको पता भी है, कुछ बायो पता है, और दिमाग अपना लगा दोगे ना तो तुम बहुत अच्छा कर सकते हो। तुम अपने जो 3 सब्जेक्ट बहुत अच्छे से कर रहे हो, उनसे भी अच्छा स्कोर बायो में भी ला सकते हो। तो वो पॉसिबिलिटी बायो के लिए मत बंद करके जाना कि बायो अच्छा नहीं होगा।
बायो में एमएसक्यूज में अच्छा स्कोर किया जा सकता है। एंड so many people are complaining about like कि भैया multiple options नहीं हो रहे। Do you really want to know कि after you get to AIR 100 how many people like or what is the average number of people that are getting above AIR 100? That means like worse than AIR 100. What is the average number of multiple option questions they get right? It's 1 or 2. तो 1-2 ही कर लो तो तुम्हारा तो you are already on par with that level. Okay. Very few people can solve more than like 3. Even I could not. It was very rare for me to get 4 or 5 correct. So like वो expected ही है. Those questions are designed to be the toughest. उधर marks नहीं आने वाले. Try to get 2 right. अगर 2 सही आ गए ऑलरेडी बहुत खुश रहो, क्योंकि उधर तुम्हारा सिर्फ 2 क्वेश्चन से सेक्शनल कट ऑफ तो क्रॉस हो ही गया, and like that is a substantial rank improvement. 8 marks is not a joke.
127.5 मार्क्स तुम स्कोर करोगे केवल 3 को ही करके।
Let's say कि see the mock test, the merit list, they will consider best 3 sections, right? And each of the section has 2 general level questions. So you already have 6 easy questions there. Already there, 6 easy questions. And after that, you have to find out other easy questions. And then like that you have to. So 6 easy questions that you already 6 into 2.5. How much is that? 15 marks. 15 marks. You should never get less than 15 marks actually.
भैया उसमें अभी एग्जाम में तो जैसे आपने बताया कि लास्ट में मतलब ऐसे मल्टीपल वाले उठाएं एंड उसमें भी बहुत ज्यादा एक्सपेक्टेशन ना करें कि मतलब स्कोरिंग ज्यादा हमें सिंगल आंसर करेक्ट से ही रखनी है एक्सपेक्टेशंस, बट स्टिल मतलब लास्ट वीक में हम मतलब क्या प्रिपरेशन कर सकते हैं एमएसक्यूज के लिए?
नहीं, देखो नेक्स्ट में इतना टाइम की कमी नहीं होती है। तुमको 90 मार्क्स बेस्ट ऑफ 3 में सिंगल ऑप्शन करेक्ट दे देंगे, उससे भी तुम्हारा काम हो सकता है। मल्टीपल ऑप्शन करेक्ट नेगेटिव मार्किंग भी तो नहीं है, तुम पांचों को तुम्हारे पास इतना टाइम मिल जाएगा। कहने का मतलब बस ये है कि पहले सिंगल ऑप्शन करो एक सब्जेक्ट का, फिर मल्टीपल भी देखो। ऐसा नहीं कोई अगर बहुत इजी भी आ गया तो उसको कर देना, लेकिन अगर तुमको लगता है ये टाइम टेकिंग हो जाता है और लंबा है तो उसको तुम सेकंड राउंड के लिए रखना मल्टीपल ऑप्शन करेक्ट में, क्योंकि बहुत ज्यादा टाइम ले सकता है तुम्हारा। फिर नेक्स्ट राउंड नेक्स्ट सब्जेक्ट में जाना, उसमें भी यही करना, पहले सिंगल देखना फिर मल्टीपल ऑप्शन देखना। लेकिन अगर कोई बहुत डिफिकल्ट लग रहा है तो उसको मतलब मैक्सिमम ही डिफिकल्ट लगेंगे, कुछ एक दो इजी लगे तुमको कर देना, डिफिकल्ट लगे बाद के लिए छोड़ना। फिर लास्ट में तुम्हारे पास बहुत सारा टाइम बच जाएगा तो तुम अच्छे से टाइम देना, क्योंकि वहां तो नेगेटिव मार्किंग भी नहीं है। ऐसा मत करना कि किसी को छोड़ के आना, सारे मल्टीपल ऑप्शन करेक्ट को अटेम्प्ट करके आना, क्योंकि तुम्हारे कोई नेगेटिव मार्किंग थोड़ी है। और तुम्हारे पास टाइम बच जाएगा तो करके आना, दिमाग लगा के आना, एक्सपेक्टेशन मत रखना। बस ये कहने का मतलब है, क्योंकि वो डिफिकल्ट है, गलत होने के चांसेस ज्यादा है।
मैं लास्ट वीक में एमएसक्यू की प्रिपरेशन इन पर्टिकुलर मतलब कैसे कर सकता हूँ? मतलब वैसे मैंने सारे
पीवाईक्यूज और मॉक से
पीवाईक्यूज भी कर रखे हैं मतलब वैसे।
So develop a habit that you are ruling out each and every option. Like have a reason why that option is not correct. Like make sure to go through that. Like not like that, oh, I already found one correct option, so I'm done with it, which you can do for a single correct question. But like if you do this, that know exactly why this option is wrong or why an option is correct, like develop that practice, then it will make your multiple correct questions easier. And also remember that a multiple correct question can be treated as like 4 independent single correct questions, because the options may not be related to each other. They may ask you to find completely different aspects of the problem. So yes, they will take more time than a normal
basically
question.
Like
so
one option, one question with 16 options. So that becomes a problem. So don't expect that you will be able to solve those questions. And as I said, do the easy questions. अगर difficult लग रहा है छोड़ दो. If it's looking difficult to you, you can just leave it. You don't have to get every question right.
And don't think
And
कि
like,
only you were not able to do the questions.
Most people won't be able to. Most people won't be able to.
Don't have this fear कि now see at the end, let's say कि your paper is done in just 2 hours, right? And you have 1 hour left and you're not able to do any more questions. Don't have this fear कि that others are doing it and only you are not able to do it. So चलो कुछ ना कुछ कर
No,
लेते
that is actually exactly even I can say for myself. By 2 hours, I had done almost 90% of the questions that I had submitted in my final. The rest 1.5 hours I spent doing the rest, like 10% of the questions, and most of the time is just spent like going after questions that I won't be able to solve, and that is perfectly normal, because you won't solve questions at a uniform rate, and like if you solve questions at a uniform rate, you are doing something very wrong. Your question rate should at first it will be a bit slow, but then it will increase, and then it will slowly start decreasing as you are getting done with easy questions. So that's what I'll advise. Another thing people will complain about, speed. Ki bhaiya, a question jaldi nahi hota. The most important thing in boosting speed is gaining your own confidence. So do easy questions first. Then you will automatically become your mind will automatically start working faster. Once you are like, okay, this question done, that question done. And then you will get more attuned to solving each and every question. Or methodical ban jaoge. Once you start, पहली तो बात तो practice से तुमको you are already at a pretty large advantage because of all the practice you have gotten. And after that, once in the exam hall, the easy questions are basically practice for the harder questions. So if you do the easy questions first, you'll automatically speak up. That's what I used to do. So like, मैं तो कह रहा हूँ कि do not attempt serially. बड़ी गलती कर रहे हो अगर वो कर रहे हो. Unless like, you could do serially because for me almost every question was doable, so I could go through almost every question, so मेरे लिए problem नहीं थी. But for most of you it will not be the case, so do not try to go serially. देखो कौन से easy है वो करो. अगले नेक्स्ट इजी वाले में जाओ. लीव द हार्ड वर्ड्स फॉर द लास्ट 1 hour. क्या होगा उधर से तुमको कितने मार्क्स मिलने वाले? ज्यादा नहीं. The easy questions will help you score. It will help everyone score, लेकिन it will help you score as well. बाकियों का तुमको नहीं देखना है. तुमको अभी विवेक भैया ने तो बता दिया कि तुमको 60 लाना if you are a general candidate. Then just think about that. You don't need to think about others. क्योंकि बाकियों का इतने लोग दे रहे हैं, it does not matter what each every individual person is doing.
है, लेकिन हमें एग्जाम के एंड में इतना पता चलता है कि 40 आने वाले हैं कि नहीं आएंगे, 60 आएंगे कि नहीं. व्हाट इफ मेरे 40 आ रहे हो?
हाँ,
तो मैं
it can happen.
तुम अभी कुछ कर सकते हो एग्जाम के एंड में कुछ कर सकते हो? नहीं ना.
तो क्या मार क्या
अगर एग्जाम के बीच में तुमको कैसे भी पता चल गया कि तुम्हारे कितने मार्क्स आ गए, तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई वांट टू बी यू. मेरे को पता चल जाएगा कि मेरे मार्क्स कैसे आने वाले. सेकंड ऑफ ऑल, if you know that okay I am not doing well, then you need to double down, right? Either you need to double down कि हाँ I am not fast enough, I need to go faster. ये कर सकते हो. Or you can stop and think कि हाँ शायद मेरा approach सही नहीं. Maybe I am like spending too much time on every single question. Maybe I am trying to go serially. अब वो सोचो, तुमको देखना पड़ेगा भाई. एग्जाम हॉल में सिर्फ तुम ही खुद को बचा सकते हो. उधर हम लोग मेंटली रहेंगे, लेकिन we won't be there physically with you ना in the exam hall.
आई थिंक ये ऐसे कह रहा है कि लाइक एग्जाम के लास्ट के 10-15 मिनट बचे और उस टाइम तक इसको लगता है कि मेरे 40 से ऊपर मार्क्स नहीं आ रहे, तो क्या करूं? तो उस टाइम तुक्के मारो. अगर
10-15 मिनट
तुक्के मत मारना,
बट
तुक्का मल्टीपल ऑप्शन में मारना, सिंगल में मत मारना. बहुत ज्यादा नेगेटिव मार्किंग है यार. 2.5 करेक्ट पे है, 1 मार्क्स.
अगर 40 से ऊपर का इसने कर ही नहीं रखा, 40 से ऊपर का इसने
अरे आप तुक्के पे भरोसा मत करो. मैं तो नहीं कहूंगा.
See, it might happen the paper was really
very difficult. हाँ, वो
अगर सिलेक्ट खुद वो हो सकता है, लेकिन लाइक ऑफ कोर्स वो चांसेस है. लेकिन अगर यू फील द पेपर वाज इजी, लाइक ये बहुत रिस्की मैन्यूवर बोल रहा हूं मैं. डू नॉट अटेम्प्ट दिस इफ यू डोंट नो व्हाट यू आर डूइंग. इफ यू थिंक कि पेपर इजी था, मैं नहीं कर पा रहा हूं, आई वोंट क्रॉस द कट ऑफ एनीवे, देन you can go for wild guesses. क्योंकि वैसे भी तुम्हारा सिलेक्शन होने नहीं वाला if you don't do the wild guesses. So better like do the wild guesses and like थोड़ा अगर चांस बढ़े. तो 40 आ रहे हैं and the cut off. I am strongly advising against this. लेकिन मैं बता दे रहा हूँ कि ये कर सकते हो. But I won't advise doing it.
भैया मल्टीपल कर सकते हैं ना, उसमें नेगेटिव मार्क नहीं होती ना.
जिसमें नेगेटिव नहीं, जिसमें नेगेटिव नहीं है उसको तो छोड़ता ही नहीं है. See, that's what I said in the middle, right? So when there is no negative marking, you must not leave that question at all. At the end 5 मिनट के भी बचे ना, अगर लास्ट में 5 मिनट भी बचे, 10 मिनट भी बचे, सारे एमएसक्यू नेगेटिव मार्किंग जिसमें नहीं है, सारे क्वेश्चन कुछ ना कुछ करके आ जाओ. डोंट लीव द नेगेटिव नॉन नेगेटिव.
एमएसक्यू में अक्सर जो होता है बी एंड डी एंड ए एंड सी सही होते हैं, तो मोस्टली
आई डोंट नो, आई डोंट थिंक दिस
मोस्टली बी डी या ए सी.
नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता, क्योंकि ऑप्शन शफल हो जाते हैं ऑटोमेटिकली. एंड यू कैन नॉट आउटस्मार्ट अ कंप्यूटर व्हेन इट कम्स टू रैंडमनेस. ट्राई भी मत करो, सोचना भी मत.
कंप्यूटर सफल द आंसर. ओके, option. Okay, then it's already more than 9. It's already 16 minutes extra. So we'll
asking कि आपकी अप्रोच क्या होती है. लाइक मैथ्स का क्वेश्चन, मोस्टली मैथ्स के क्वेश्चन में कुछ देखा तो फर्स्ट थॉट क्या, लाइक ये समझ में आ गया किस चैप्टर का किस टॉपिक का, बस पेन नहीं चलता. मैं समझ रहे हो भावना मेरी, बस पेन नहीं चलता.
अरे यार वापस मैंने पहले भी बताया कि चैप्टर देखकर क्या करोगे, तुमको क्वेश्चन से मतलब है. Identifying the chapter in many cases will not help you, especially so in math, क्योंकि नेक्स्ट के क्वेश्चन कभी एक कॉन्सेप्ट से नहीं आते, especially so in math. बायो में फिर भी हाँ डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन आ जाते, केमिस्ट्री में कभी कभार, फिजिक्स एंड मैथ दे विल नेवर गिव यू अ डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन. तुमको शायद कॉनिक का एक कॉन्सेप्ट और कैलकुलस का एक कॉन्सेप्ट मिला के एक क्वेश्चन दे दिया. तुम सोच रहे हो कैलकुलस चैप्टर का क्वेश्चन है, यू आर लिमिटिंग योर डोमेन टू ओनली कैलकुलस, यू आर नॉट थिंकिंग अबाउट कॉनिक. वो मत करो. अगर तुम उसको ओपन माइंड से सोचोगे ना, शायद हो जाएगा. क्योंकि देखो ये लाइक आई कैन टेल यू नाउ दैट आई मीन IISER, आई कैन टेल यू देयर आर लाइक मैथ्स इज सरप्राइजिंगली ब्यूटीफुल. जो क्वेश्चन तुमको लगेगा कि कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट डोमेन का है, उसका सोल्यूशन किसी और कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट डोमेन में है. इफ समवन इज इंटरेस्टेड दे कैन लाइक do some research on the Langlands program. They can like see कि a few instances of this. It's very beautiful. Trust me.
So ultimately, the point is that your aim, as he said, it's not just to identify the chapter. Okay, if you're able to identify, ठीक है, that means you have read properly that chapter, right? But your aim is actually to see that if I do this, then this is how I'll get the answer. Then you attempt the question. Okay, or maybe if you're not really sure, you think you can do it, maybe you attempt halfway, and if you start, either you will get an idea and you will do the question, or you will get stuck. If you get stuck, just move on to the next one. And in those cases, as you said, पेन नहीं चलता तो क्या करोगे, आगे बढ़ो और क्या. Okay then guys, we'll end the session now. Take care.
सर वो लास्ट था सर, एक्चुअली मतलब वो अभी वो मेंस मतलब आ रहे हैं, मतलब वो आसपास है नाइजर के, तो वो फोकस मतलब वो ये हो रहा है, डिवाइड हो रहा है कि वो मेंस पे रखे कि इस पे रखे नाइजर में, तो मतलब वो एक वो प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, तो उसमें वो कैसे ये करें, डील करेंगे.
नेक्स्ट में नाइजर में यू मीन आइजर एंड नाइजर
जो मतलब वो नेक्स्ट के मतलब 18 में है, और वो मेंस जो मतलब होने वाला है जेई मेंस, तो वो मतलब वो आसपास होगा, मतलब वो जून 20 से सेट होगा, शुरू होगा, तो मतलब उसमें वो फोकस में वो आ रहा है, तो डाइवर्जन आ रहा है. नेक्स्ट
एनीवेज पीसीएम ही है, राइट, एंड नेक्स्ट इज हार्डर देन मेंस ऑब्वियसली, बट पहले जो है पहले तो वही देखोगे ना. इफ यू स्टार्ट रीडिंग इन टर्म्स ऑफ मेंस और अपना पूरा माइंडसेट मेंस की प्रिपरेशन के लिए बना लिया, तो नेक्स्ट तो अच्छा नहीं होगा. तो बेटर कि जो पहले हो रहा है उसको करो. आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि, एंड इफ योर टारगेट इज इंजीनियरिंग ऑब्वियसली देन गो फॉर मेंस, राइट. Like if the nest is just a backup for you, then keep preparing means. But in my suggestion, जो पहले होगा वो करो. Like if there was a board exam before this, I would say people that first focus on board. After the board is done, give your best. मतलब कुछ और मत करो, बस एग्जाम का means का करो. After nest is done, just 2 दिन 3 दिन जितना भी टाइम मिलता है पूरा means.
Nest और IIT का syllabus तो same ही है. Like math, physics, chemistry, they are same, right? Bio तो different है, bio अलग से पढ़ना है, तो उसमें क्या दिक्कत है? अगर दोनों में हो रहा है तो दोनों में.
हाँ वही वो बायो मतलब एक्स्ट्रा है, तो मतलब हाँ फिर उसके लिए वो पढ़ना पड़ेगा.
वो तो आप पढ़ चुके होगे, तुम अब तक पढ़ चुके होगे ना, राइट? अब तक पढ़ चुके होगे बायो, बस तो क्या दिक्कत है?
चलो ठीक है. ओके गाइस, गुड नाइट, टेक केयर.
भैया एक क्वेश्चन,
अगर और क्वेश्चन है तो टेलीग्राम में पूछ लेना, ऐप में मैसेज कर लेना टू द पीपल
आखिरी वाला.
Okay, or you can like offer like DM
there are
us
many
anyway.
people who have last questions.
भैया आप मतलब नेक्स्ट के बाद अब कह देंगे कि या आइजर के एंड तक करेंगे, मतलब हम लोगों के क्लासेस वगैरह चलेंगी ना आइजर जब तक नहीं होगा.
हाँ देखो, those who are in nest course, even if nest gets postponed, until जब तक nest नहीं होगा साथ नहीं छोड़ेंगे, उसके बाद भी नहीं छोड़ेंगे. आइजर जब तक नहीं होगा तब तक आइजर की क्लास चलेगी. So you all don't need to get worried about that.
वो IISc से पहले वो मॉक का बंद मत कर देना प्लीज. पेपर
नहीं कर कुछ बंद.
थैंक्स.
चलो ठीक है, टेक केयर, गुड नाइट.
भैया IISc के लिए कैसे?
टेलीग्राम में मैसेज
मेरा एक लास्ट भाई
टेलीग्राम में मैसेज कर देना.
के लिए पूछ रहा था कि मतलब नेस्टल तो मल्टीपल ऑप्शन करेक्ट का क्वेश्चन कैसे सॉल्व करें, जैसे कि स्पेशली बायोलॉजी का, मतलब कुछ चीज हमें पहले से ही पता नहीं होता ना, तो वो मतलब डिस्क्रिप्शन में दे देता है, लेकिन उसको एनालिसिस करके वो
तुम कौन से नॉन बायो हो कि बायो वाले हो?
बायो वाले हो, मतलब
दे रखा, अरे वो इतना कुछ दे रखा होता है कि तुम कर लो बिना बैकग्राउंड नॉलेज के हुए, और फिर भी नहीं बनेंगे. पता है ना, डिफिकल्ट तो है ही, नॉर्मल क्वेश्चन से वो डिफिकल्ट है, लेकिन सोचो उनको लॉजिकली तो काफी कुछ चीजें उसमें दे रखी हैं. यही है कि उसका कोई शॉर्टकट, कोई मैजिक नहीं है सही करने का, वो कम सही होंगे. और बस यही है कि अच्छे से दिमाग जितना खोल के करोगे उतना चांसेस ज्यादा होंगे. वो बस लॉजिकल है, दिमाग लगाने वाली चीज है बस. उसमें पहले
क्वेश्चन मतलब क्वेश्चन जो ऑप्शन में होता है.
बायो वालों की एक पर्सनली बात बताऊं, बहुत ज्यादा सोचते नहीं है बायो को. मतलब नीट ने भी आदत डाल दिया है कि रट के एकदम बस रट्टाफिकेशन और एकदम बुक की लैंग्वेज बस एकदम याद करना और
उतना बायो को सोचते नहीं है, इसलिए भी उनको और नहीं कर पाते हैं। बल्कि कई मैथ वाले बायो वाले से अच्छा कर जाएंगे वो क्वेश्चंस को देना, क्योंकि वो अपने दिमाग को ओपन रखते हैं सोचने के लिए। कुछ भले ना पता हो, लेकिन सोचो, अगर उसको उससे रिलेटेड तो अप्रोच कर सकते हो। तो मेन वही है कि जरूरत ही नहीं तुमको बहुत ज्यादा उसके बारे में पहले से पता होने की, बस वहां कोई शॉर्टकट भी नहीं है, दिमाग लगा के सोचोगे तो चांस होंगे अच्छे से, एक एक ऑप्शंस को समझोगे, एलिमिनेट करोगे तो चांस ज्यादा
भैया हमें IISc का भी फॉर्म भरना चाहिए।
हाँ, IISc सब लोग भर दो यार। जैसे बस
हर चीज
IISc
का फॉर्म
बहुत
भरो
ही
यार।
अच्छा इंस्टीट्यूट है, बहुत अच्छा इंस्टीट्यूट है। बस उसका ये, वो पहले हायर एजुकेशन के लिए था, उसका ये जो कोर्स है IISMS वाला, ये बस 2 साल हुए स्टार्ट हुए, लेकिन है वो बहुत ही अच्छा इंस्टीट्यूट। तो
भैया
भर
उसका ना
तो दो यार।
PYQ है ना मॉक है, तो कुछ
हम लोग हेल्प करा देंगे, हमारे कोर्स से पिछली बार श्रेष्ठा थी, वो IISc में है, उसको बोल देंगे आ जाएगी वो, और अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ सेशन वेशन वगैरह भी प्लान कर सकते हो। तुम लोग फॉर्म तो भरो पहले।
फॉर्म भर दो, चलो ठीक
भैया
है।
फॉर्म ऑलरेडी भर दिए हैं।
चलो
सही है
गुड है,
फिर।
फिर मिलते हैं
उससे
ना
फर्क नहीं पड़ता।
टेलीग्राम में। अभी नेक्स्ट पे ध्यान दो
लाइक
अच्छे से,
IISc में
फॉर्म
फिजिकली गया हूँ, बड़ी मस्त जगह है यार, फॉर्म वॉर्म भर दो, मेरे घर के पास ही एक्चुअली काफी। बाय KVPY ऐसे इंटरव्यू होते हैं।
आप सारे PCM वाले बात कर रहे हैं, लाइक मैथ्स अगर नॉन बायो स्टूडेंट हैं
मैं
तो
PCB हूँ, मैं PCM वाला नहीं हूँ ना।
हाँ भैया, तो जैसे PCB हो गया, मतलब बायो हो गया, केमिस्ट्री हो गया, लाइक अच्छे मार्क्स उठ जा रहे हैं, तो फिजिक्स और मैथ्स वाला नहीं उठ पाता है ना। लाइक मैथ्स हमने 2 साल तो पढ़ा ही नहीं, एक
ये
महीने
है
2 महीने में
प्रॉब्लम,
मैथ्स समझ
ये
ही नहीं आती है
प्रॉब्लम
कुछ।
ये है प्रॉब्लम। अब ये जान लो, हमको बस किसी तरीके से करना है। ये बायो वालों के लिए फ्रैंकली बोले, मैथ वालों के लिए बायो करना इजी है कंपेरेटिवली बायो वालों को मैथ करने से, क्योंकि अभी तो तुमको बेसिक बेसिक चीजें ही समझने में टाइम लग रहा होगा। तो वही है, ज्यादा टाइम मत वेस्ट करना, कुछ कर लिया हो जो सौम्या भैया ने बताया है, हमने इंपॉर्टेंट चैप्टर वीडियो में किया है, और
तो
एक्सरसाइजेस
2
अगर
जनरल
तुमको
क्वेश्चन ढूंढ लेना,
हाँ
और सेट
दो
और रिलेशन के 1-2 क्वेश्चन मिल जाएंगे, 4 क्वेश्चन इज इनफ।
4 क्वेश्चन, 3 से 4 क्वेश्चन सही कर लो। वो ये भी जान लो कि कई बार अगर पेपर टफ होता है ना, सेक्शनल कट ऑफ सारे रिलेटिव स्कोर पे डिपेंड करता है।
सेक्शनल कट ऑफ
2020
माइट बी जस्ट 5 मार्क्स,
हाँ,
जस्ट 4 और 5 मार्क्स।
6.5 तक गया था 2020 में, जैसे बता रहा हूँ, तो वो भी हो सकता है। तो इसीलिए अपना ट्राई करो बेस्ट। सारे PCB वाले भी दिमाग लगाना है यार, कुछ 2 जनरल सेक्शन, 1-2 और कर लो कहीं से भी, तो दिमाग लगाना, अगर हो जाए तो सब कट ऑफ क्लियर हो जाएगा। पिछले और बताऊं, हाँ हमारे बैच से, मतलब हमारे कोर्स का ही अनुराग था पिछले साल, उसने तो लगभग लेते आया था 10.5 लेते आया था, PCB वाला था। यही इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें कर और के बोला था भाई, सौम्या भैया ने जो भी शेयर किया था वही मटेरियल्स। पिछले साल तो हम इतना इलेबोरेट कोर्सेज नहीं लिए थे लाइव क्लासेस वाले, मतलब वीक में एक होते थे, इतने रेगुलर डेली लाइव क्लासेस वगैरह नहीं होते थे, ये ऑप्शंस नहीं थे हमारे, मतलब हम नहीं दे पाए थे। लेकिन फिर भी उतने रिसोर्सेज से भी बच्चों ने किया था, तो किया जा सकता है, और किया भी है लोगों ने। तो है डिफिकल्ट, थोड़ा थोड़ा डिमोटिवेटेड हो गए क्वेश्चंस करने में, लेकिन ये लगा के रहो क्योंकि 3-4 क्वेश्चन करने हैं, किसी तरीके से हो जा सकते हैं, वो ओपन रखो चांस को। डिफिकल्ट है ये, मैं भी मानता हूँ, और है रियल में है एक PCB वाले को करना, उसका
तो
कुछ
भैया ऐसे जाकर मल्टीपल सिलेक्ट वाले क्वेश्चंस में से जाके टिक मार के भी तो आ सकता है, क्योंकि सिंगल चॉइस वाला कर देंगे तो नेगेटिव भी जा सकता है ना।
हाँ, लेकिन थोड़ा पढ़ लोगे तो उनमें कोई तुम ही सोचो, किसी में 3 ऑप्शन सही हो सकता है, 4 हो सकता है, 2 1, कुछ पता नहीं है ना, तुम्हारा
मल्टीपल
तुक्का सही
सेलेक्ट
होगा तो
में
क्या भरोसा है।
इट्स नॉट दैट कि सारे तुक्के सही होंगे, राइट?
सही
वेरी
होगा
लेस चांस।
तो कम से कम यहाँ पे कुछ अगर पढ़े हो, हल्का फुल्का देख लो ना, बेसिक बेसिक चीजें जो एकदम इजी चीजों का है, अगर कुछ वहां कर लिए, जो जनरल टाइप के होंगे वो तो ज्यादा ही इजी होंगे, 10th लेवल के होंगे, उन दोनों को कर लेना, और 1-2 क्वेश्चन और सिंगल ऑप्शन करेक्ट में ढूंढना, अगर कुछ किए होगे तो मिल सकता है। अब और देखो और क्या कर सकते हैं, अब यही है तो है, उसका कुछ कर नहीं सकते हैं।
ठीक है,
हम्म
so it's almost 9:30 now, so guys if you have any
चलो,
more questions, any
you
more
guys
problems,
are also having
always
your chemistry class,
feel free to message in the Telegram group, Telegram, or message in the app directly, or you can message the mentors.
मैसेज इन द ऐप डायरेक्टली, या ऐप पे करो, SciAstra सपोर्ट पे करो, मुझे करो पर्सनली, ग्रुप में करो, कहीं भी करो,
दिक्कत है बस बताओ तो।
कहीं भी कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम हो, कुछ भी दिक्कत है, चाहे इमोशनल हो, चाहे पढ़ाई से रिलेटेड हो, कुछ भी हो, कुछ भी फील फ्री करो। तुम्हारे जब तक एग्जाम नहीं हो जाएगा, हम समझो खाली बैठे हैं तुम्हारे लिए, एकदम तुम्हारे लिए खाली है, और दुनिया के लिए भले नहीं है, तुम्हारे लिए खाली है। जब भी कोई प्रॉब्लम हो, एग्जाम जब तक नहीं हो जाता, एकदम एग्जाम के बाद भी बातें करेंगे, लेकिन
की बहुत
अभी
बैंड बज रही है, अभी एग्जाम आने वाला है।
हाँ, तो इसीलिए
We are also working
तुम्हारी
really hard for you.
तुम लोग का जितना है एग्जाम को लेके, हमको भी तुम्हारे एग्जाम को लेके उतना ही है। तो कुछ भी करेंगे, लेकिन तुम लोगों को कोई भी प्रॉब्लम हो, हम किसी भी लायक हेल्प करने वाले हैं, तो हमको प्लीज बताओ ना, उसमें कोई संकोच मत करो।
Okay then guys, take care, good night, all the best.
Thank you.
और अगर किसी को रिप्लाई नहीं आता है, तो ये मत सोचो बहुत सारे मैसेज आते हैं, एक बार रिमाइंडर डाल दो यार, ऐसा नहीं तुमको इग्नोर कर रहे हैं या कुछ कर रहे हैं, बस एक बार डॉट कर दो, कुछ भी रिमाइंडर डाल दो, तो रिप्लाई कर देंगे।
या रात के 4 बजे मैसेज करो।
कई एक साथ आ जाते हैं, तो फिर हो जाता है, वो नीचे चला गया, नहीं दिख रहा है मुझे, तो इसलिए एक बार रिमाइंडर डाल दो। ये मत सोचो कि बस बोल रहे हैं, रियल में ही तुम करोगे तो रिप्लाई जाएगा। एक बार बस रिमाइंडर डाल दो, भी ज्यादा वेट भी मत करो, 2-4 घंटे में ही नहीं रिप्लाई है, बस भैया ये देख लो, तुरंत करेंगे। ठीक है,
मैंने 4-4 बजे पूछा है डाउट,
इंस्टेंटेनियसली रिप्लाई मत एक्सपेक्ट करना।
मैंने 4-4 बजे डाउट पूछे, भैया ने जवाब भी दिए।
हाँ,
तो वही देखो, वही करते भी हैं भाई। अब कई बार 1-2 लोग का मिस हो जाता है, उनको लगता है भैया रिप्लाई नहीं कर रहे यार, हो जाता है यार कई बार कि एक साथ आ गए और वो नीचे चला गया। तो
चलो ठीक है, गुड नाइट गाइस।
जब भी हो सके सब्जेक्ट मेंटर्स को पूछा करो। चलो
हाँ, और एकदम सब्जेक्ट रिलेटेड डाउट जैसे सीधे सब्जेक्ट मेंटर से पूछा करो, और अच्छा है डाउट क्लियरिंग ग्रुप में भी डाल दिया करो। मेंटर एक साथ किसी को भी आ रहा है, वो रिप्लाई तुमको तुरंत कर
यार
देगा।
ग्रुप में भेजोगे तो अच्छा ही है, बेस्ट है,
हाँ,
क्योंकि ग्रुप रेगुलरली चेक होता है, डीएम चेक करने का टाइम मिलता कहाँ है यार।
चलो ठीक है, गुड नाइट
ठीक है,
गाइस।
चलो बाय।
गुड नाइट।
गुड नाइट।
Good night, bhai.